Okay, we have spent all week this week talking about analogies. We're going to do a super quick review and then we're going to jump into what I think is the fun part of this. I think you'll like it better too. We've done this earlier this year. This is just a review. Um, we have talked about how analogies test our ability to recognize the relationship between the words in a word pair. And that's what we've spent most of this week working on. Um, Today, we're going to work on recognizing when two word pairs display equal or the same relationship. Um, we've been focusing on recognizing the relationship between one pair of words. Today, we're going to focus on both pairs. Okay, so again, this is what analogies look like with colons: one colon between one pair, two colons between the two pairs, and then another colon between the last two words. But the way we say them are, we will say up is to down, as over is to under. That as in the middle lets us know that the relationship between the two pairs of words are the same. All right, we have looked at all the relationships, the most common. Now there are many more, and we didn't touch on them all. I just wanted to give you an idea of what was out there. So we're going to try to use that information and complete some analogies. Given three of the four words, can we figure out what the fourth word is? So here are some hints, some things you're going to need to remember to be able to do this successfully. First, just look at the first pair of words and determine the relationship between the words in the given pair. So the pair that we have both words for, you're going to want to find the relationship between that pair before you do anything else. Okay? And remember, they can be antonyms, synonyms, sequence, degree, cause and effect, category or type, function or use, characteristic. It can be any of those things. There are tons of them, and some we haven't covered. That's okay. You're going to want to choose the answer, especially when it's a multiple choice question like yours will be today, that has a similar. It's not always exactly the same, but it is super similar. Um, and the two words, the relationship between the two words on either side of those two colons need to be able to be expressed in the same way and in the same order. We've talked about that. So you're going to select the answer containing words related to one another and most nearly the same way. Well, here's an example. We've done this one. Apple is to fruit. Now, I could look at all these and that's great, but I need to, before I do that, I need to figure out this relationship first and foremost. So how is apple related to fruit? Well, apple is a kind of fruit. Okay, so it's a type or category relationship. So let's look at all these answer choices and try them out. A salad is a kind of mix. An orange is a kind of banana. A juice is a kind of can. A slice is a kind of core. Or a butterfly is a kind of insect. Only one of those made me go, okay, those first four made me real nervous. Um, but the butterfly, it is the type of insect. That's the one that made the most sense. And I'm sorry this is taking so long. There it is. Now I know we'll do it differently next time. All right, let's look at this one. We have pen is to write. Okay. Well, pen isn't a kind of writing, so I'm not doing a category or type. Pen and write aren't synonyms. They don't mean the same thing. I can't say hand me the pen and hand me the write. That doesn't work. Okay, but I do use a pen to write. So this is the function or use relationship. I use a pen to write. I use a pencil to sharpen. Well, I can sharpen a pencil, but I hope there's a better answer because when I pick up my pencil, I don't go, oh, good, now I can sharpen it. That's not what I need it for. I can use an ink to blue. I can use a letter to compose. I can use a knife to cut. Oh, that's much better than pencil is to sharpen, isn't it? I can use a mistake to erase. The only good answer there is I can use a knife to cut. I don't need to say anymore. Pay attention to the order of the words in the pair. Pay attention to the parts of speech. Let's actually go back a little. Write is the verb, right? That's the reason pencil and sharpen actually sounded like they might be a good match, because sharpen is something that I can do. I can write, I can sharpen. I can't blue. I can compose, I can cut, and I can erase. So this one was out automatically just because it doesn't have the same part of speech here, right? All right, now let's move on again. Remember that single words can have different meanings. We looked at that especially when we talked about the spelling and grammar relationship. Um, but because of that, you need to read all the possible answers before deciding on the best. And often there's going to be good answers, but there's always going to be a best answer. Okay, so let's look at another one. Large is to big. Before I even look at the answer choices, I need to figure out what this relationship is. Large is to big. Well, it's not a degree because I can't make a really big distinction. I can't distinguish between or make a big distinction between large and big because they're the same, which means this is probably a synonym relationship. Large means the same thing as big. Okay. Just like remember means the same thing as forget. One of those are opposites, right? Just like triumph is the same thing as success. We'll actually like that, so let's hang on to that one. Just like nostril is the same as smell. Is this a smell? It's not. Just like audio is the same as hear. You're hearing the audio. The audio is me speaking, but me speaking and you hearing are two very different things, so no. Large is the same as big, just like glasses is the same as see. I need my glasses to see, but glasses are not, it's not the same as seeing. So the only two over here that are the same is going to be triumph and success. And you can see the guy there who is triumphing. He is succeeding. He is winning his race. Okay, let's do another. Bat is to hitter. A bat is not the same thing as a hitter, but a bat is used by the hitter. So this is that function in use, but it's kind of flipped around. Normally we've seen a hitter uses a bat, but here we have a bat is used by a hitter. That means in our answer, we have to have the thing that's being used listed first and the person using it listed second. So a bat is used by the hitter. A score is used by the win. So this is a person, a hitter. A win is not a person, so I know that's not going to work. Again, walk and run. Run is not a person, and a walk is not used by the run. Mars is not used by Venus. A stick is used by a hockey player. Here we finally have a person. So a hitter is a person, a hockey player is a person. A bat is used by a hitter, a stick is used by a hockey player. Yes. A basketball is used by a hoop. Even if I only looked at the parts of speech for this, or simply to see that this is a person, a noun that names a person, and this is a noun that names a person, and I know this is what I'm going to have to pick because it's the only one that has the same pattern. Okay, so we are still with the function in use. The stick is used by the hockey player. Okay, so this goes with the spelling and grammar. And when we talked about this the other day, we talked mostly about homonyms or homophones. But I want to point this out because you're going to see some of these today. We have the verb come, like to come to school, come to me, come to the grocery store, whatever. If I'm doing that right now, or if I'm telling you to do that right now, I'm going to say, come here. But if I already did that, I'm going to say, oh, he came over yesterday. So this is the present tense, come here right now, or he came over yesterday. So present tense to past tense. Walk and walking, those are both present tense. I walk right now, I am walking right now. I ride my bike, that's what I'm doing right now. Yesterday I rode my bike. Okay. He comes over right now. Yesterday he came over. So this one works. Left means it's already happened, and arrived, it's already happened. Did, it's already happened. Doing it would be right now. Had done, it's already happened. See and seen. So today I see, yesterday we have seen, ride and road. So we'll have to talk about this one because both of those seem to work, don't they? Let's talk this through. I'm going to tell you right now, I need you to come here. Right now, I need you to ride over here. Yesterday, he came over. Yesterday, he rode over. Those two things work. Let's look at this though. I need you to come right here. I need you to see this right here. Yesterday, he came over. Yesterday, he seen. What would we say? We wouldn't say he seen. We would say he saw, right? So I wouldn't, I need to make sure that this keeps with the same. Like if I use those sentences for examples, then that has to work with these words here, which is why ride and road is the better answer. This is a great example of this is a really good answer. This one is just a little bit better. Makes sense? All that's going to do is make you really pay close attention. I'm not setting out to trick you today, so don't worry about that. But just know that sometimes we can find something that seems like a good answer, but there's a better answer waiting. Okay? I want to show you one last thing. Hang on one second. Examples from your booklet today. Bird is to fly as fish is to blank. Well, I just want to look at the bird is to fly. So the way a bird gets around is that they fly. The way a fish gets around is that they water, mammal, reptile. No, they swim. So even though you're given all three words here and you have to fill in the blank, please pause after the first two words, figure out the relationship, and I promise the rest is going to come right quite easily to you. Want to see if there was one with the verb tenses. I want to show you that I'm not out to trick you, okay? These are all the ones you're going to be seeing when you oh, okay, maybe I am out to trick you on this one. Pig is to piglet as duck is to, and I just noticed a typo there. We're going to fix it. You ready? It shouldn't be two O's, should it? Okay. We're going to save that. You got to watch me fix a mistake. Kids in class with me all the time get to see that. And you're just lucky now. Okay. I was feeling kind of silly. And if people don't watch this video, they won't know that I was feeling silly, and that's okay. They'll just miss out. Pig is to piglet as duck is to eight, as duck is to ducklet. How about a duckling or a quack? Pig is to piglet. A big pig is a pig. A baby pig is a piglet. A big duck is a duck. A baby duck is not a ducklet. It's a duckling. Okay? All right. Your job today is you've watched this video. You're going to do this booklet. The first section of your assignment today is having you complete the analogy. And once you've done the booklet, you've seen all these. So do the booklet. I promise it will be helpful. Your next section, there's going to be just a few where you have to tell me the relationship between them. And I've used some of the same ones that you have filled in up there. So here's a hint. One of your questions up above is snake is to reptile as frog is to blank. And here I'm giving you the answer to ask you what the relationship is. I'm kind of giving you answers, so pay attention. And then you're going to review all the things we've done so far during our EOG review. So sentence structure, sentence types, independent or dependent clauses, and using context clues. And once you're done with that, you're done. Also, if you haven't started listening to this book that we're reading right now, you don't want to miss it. It's so good. So please listen to the read aloud today. All right. If you have any questions or you need any help, I'm right here. Let me know.